Casey Baird met and married her husband Forrest through the world of ballroom dancing, and together they expressed their love of the art form in the establishment of Fred Astaire Dance Studios, now celebrating its 16th year in Plymouth. Tiff sat down with Casey on our Open Here podcast.
I'm with Casey Baird, owner of Fred Astaire Dance Studio. Welcome. I'm so excited to have you.
Thank you so much for having me, Tiff. I'm really excited to be here.
We're excited to have you. So tell us about your background. Have you always been a dancer?
Yeah, actually, I started like many little girls. I started with tap, jazz, and ballet when I was 8 years old, and I fell in love with it. It was my form of creative expression, and it was really my outlet, right? And I danced all the way through college, again, doing tap, jazz, ballet. And then when I got out of college, okay, now what, right? I had been exposed to ballroom in college, but through a club. It was very, very loosey-goosey. I really enjoyed it. I did some competitions with them. But again, I got out of school and I went, now what? So the opportunity arose with Fred Astaire to get back into it through teaching, and so I jumped on it.
So what, that led you to Fred Astaire?
Yeah.
That's amazing. So what led you to owning Fred Astaire?
Well, so my background, I actually have my MBA. And I was always planning to go into marketing, advertising, some sort of avenue of business. And I did that for a few years after school, and it wasn't what I hoped it to be. My creativity, my expressive side, my desire to dance and really pursue that was something that it made me decide I'm going to have a quarter life crisis, and I'm going to quit the corporate world, and I'm going to pursue dancing full time.
Why dance? Like, what does it do for you mentally, physically?
Yeah. Well, for me personally, I was a very shy and quiet child. I actually went to a high school reunion. I think it was about 5 years out from my high school reunion, and one of the people at it said, "Oh my gosh, you speak."
I can't even imagine.
So I was very, very reserved, very, very withdrawn and into myself, especially as a young child. And it was, again, always my creative outlet. It was my way to express my feelings, my everything. And it was really just a way to deal with stress, deal with just life, And then physically, especially as an adult now, I know how the physical benefits work for especially older people, It keeps you moving, it keeps you engaged. This particular style of dancing where you work with a partner, because ballroom is all about partnership, you also have to use your brain in a different way, because you have to navigate, you have to communicate, you have to learn how to travel around the floor with someone else in your arms. So dance has many, many benefits, but for me, when I got into dance, it was that creativity and that expression that was so important.
So what advice do you have for folks who maybe think they have two left feet and are afraid to take their very first class?
Oh, I love this question because that's our people, right? Those are our clients, our students. If we didn't have people who had no idea how to dance, we'd be out of a job, right? So come into our studio. We can help you find the left foot, right? You think you have two right feet, we'll help you find your left. If you need rhythm, we teach that. So people that think they have zero skills at all, that's what we want. We want to show you. We want to open the door. We want to help you learn to navigate on the social dance floor.
So what are some of the perks of owning your own business?
Oh, okay. Some of the perks. So I have always been a control freak. So in my own business, I get to call the shots. At the same time, I like to be in a collaborative position with my team. I like to be someone who helps guide others on their path and figure out where they want to go. So in my studio, I do have instructors. It's not just me and my husband teaching. We do have a team with us that help teach out the lessons that help drive the goals of the studio. And the entrepreneurship piece is also sort of a creative piece as well. It's how am I going to get the word out about my studio? How am I going to help people understand that, again, we are for beginners, How are we going to communicate that information? And so the perks, again, of owning a small business is also, community, and especially in Plymouth, being able to use resources like the local scene, like the Plymouth Chamber, and all of the people in this community, rallying around one another to help lift each other up. That's really what a small business needs, and that's what makes me so proud to own one.
It must be so cool, too, owning a business with your spouse. I mean, you get to see each other all the time.
So, yes, it is wonderful to have that partnership. In our particular scenario, we have a 13-year-old son, and we do trade off quite a bit. So if my husband is in the studio, I may not be in the studio, and vice versa. So I like to say we're like two ships passing in the night.
Oh, okay.
Occasionally, we will be there at the same time, and that's a lot of fun. We'll get to play off of each other in lessons. And, the whole vibe of our studio is supposed to be like a party, like, come on, play with us, leave the world behind, So when it is the two of us there, it's really a lot of fun.
Oh. So what are some challenges? I mean, owning your business, it tends to be somewhat daunting at times, correct?
Absolutely. All the worries that you might imagine, how are we going to grow? How are we going to find the right people to be a part of our community, not only as our students, but as our staff, right? Some of the challenges are also, in terms of, again, I love marketing and advertising, even though I left the corporate world. I love that creative side of things. But in this universe, there are so many options for how do I get the message out about my business? Do I use Facebook, Instagram, stand out on the street corner with a sign? Like, how do I get that message out? And what are my choices? And how do I most effectively use those tools that are available to me, right? And then, again, my husband and I are in our small business right now. We're also like the janitors, the bookkeepers. We are the everything to everyone, wearing many hats.
Yeah. So you are so ingrained in the community. You're right here in the Plymouth Industrial Park.
Yes.
What's the typical clientele that comes into your studio looking to take a class?
Okay, that's a really great question. So our clientele tends to be on the older side of the adult range. Well, that sounded really weird. But, so we typically do not teach children, is what I'm trying to say. So our clientele are many empty nesters. Their kids have gone off to college and look at each other and they go, now what? Right? We have a lot of people who may have gotten recently divorced or have been widowed and are looking to try something to help them move forward in their lives. We have a lot of single women who pursued dance as children and, like I did when I got out of college, went, now what? This is their way to get back in to express themselves creatively and to continue to pursue something that they once loved. And also there's a lot of people who wanted to take dance lessons when they were children who just maybe couldn't for whatever reason. And now as adults, they're like, yes, this is my thing. I'm going to come back and I'm going to try this out. And this is going to be my hobby as an adult.
Love that. So what is your favorite style of dance?
Oh, okay. It changes day by day. Okay, so today is a Friday. Friday means weekend, means in our studio, it means a Friday night party. So today I think I'm feeling like a salsa might be my favorite, right? It's spicy, it's fast, it's, it has great music, Latin music. So today I'm going to say salsa, but ask me on a different day and I'll probably say like waltz.
Is there a particular dance that you would recommend for an intro?
Okay, actually that's also a great question. In our introductory lessons, we try to emphasize the fact that we don't teach specific styles of dances per se. We like to say that we teach dancing. Okay, so our goal for our students is that when you become a part of our community, that you will learn how to dance with any partner to any music on any size dance floor, because you have the skills to listen to the song and go, oh, I know how to dance to that, right? Or even if I don't know that specific style that would fit with that song, I'm confident enough to get up and try it anyway. Right?
Yeah. I love that you say our community. I love that you treat it like a community.
Absolutely.
That's so great. What do you hope the future holds for your community?
Okay, I hope our community continues to grow. I hope that anybody and everybody who is sitting at home thinking, oh, I really want to dance, but I can't do it for A, B, C, or D. I hope they throw all those excuses out the door and they come and become a part of our community, because everybody who is at our studio knows what it's like to have been not in our studio. And what I mean by that is to have that fear, to be uncertain about walking into a dance studio, about trying something for the first time. And the people that form our community, again, are so welcoming, so warm, so encouraging. They're not going to let you feel like you don't know what the heck you're doing. They are going to be like, nope, keep going, come on, keep trying. Let's just keep going forward until one day you're going to be the person encouraging someone else to walk through those doors.
I love that. And keep on encouraging. I love it. Thank you so much for being with us today. Really appreciate it.
Thank you for having me here. This is wonderful.
Hi, we're so glad you stopped by. If you'd like to support Community in Action through media, please consider donating to the local scene. The QR code will take you where you need to go. Thanks, friend.